Yo guys, what is going on and welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video we are going to discuss the current state of Bitcoin. We are going to look at some potential trade scenarios on Bitcoin that I'm potentially eyeing up right now. Afterwards we are going over Solana, in which there is a potential very nice trade setup developing on this particular altcoin. Okay, so both looking at potential trade setups on Bitcoin and Solana, so definitely make sure to smash up that like button, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's dive straight into it. Bitcoin, guys, we can see yesterday and the day before we have seen another push towards the upside. After getting our first sweep over here, our second sweep over here, people were thinking we were going to go down. They thought so without getting any strong confirmation. So people started shorting on this move towards the downside, exactly as I have been explaining to you guys in our previous YouTube video. And I was telling you guys, never start shorting without any strong confirmation. And as you can see, we didn't see any break of structure over here. This was our previous higher low, and we only saw a sweep of that higher low over here. But on this entire move towards the downside, people started jumping into big short positions, which was shown by the CVD indicator on Bitcoin. So this move over here, we can see that the CVD indicator was heavily decreasing. So we were forming big lower lows on the CVD indicator. But in the meantime, we were forming higher lows on the price section, as you can see over here. So even though so many people were shorting Bitcoin, the price was failing to move lower, which means people were absorbing the sell pressure and there was a higher probability of a short squeeze occurring, like I've been telling you guys. And what can we see? We did indeed get a massive short squeeze. Everyone that shorted over here was putting their stop loss above the high over here and got stopped out over here, in which afterwards we started correcting a little bit. People right now, if we go on the 15-minute time frame and we remove my ugly drawings for a second, we can see that people once again are starting to short. What can we see over here? This move towards the downside, we can see the CVD was decreasing massively. It was decreasing so massively that compared to this previous low over here, we are forming a massive hidden bullish divergence once again. Once again showing signs of absorption. Does this necessarily mean that the market is going to go up from here? No, it doesn't. But we do know that this is a sign for us to be really careful with our next move. Okay, we can also see on the lower time frames, we are forming higher highs on the CVD, but lower highs on the price section, which means also on lower time frames, there is some absorption going on of the buy pressure. So yes, we might go down some more, but without any strong confirmation. And with confirmation, I'm talking about a high time frame break of structure. So I want to see a 4-hour candle open and close below the previous low over here, in which that would mean a high time frame break of structure towards the downside, and that would give me the confirmation to potentially look for a lower high play on Bitcoin to short it towards the downside for some more correction, potentially towards these lows over here. Okay, so that is the only short setup that I would personally be interested in right now for Bitcoin. If we switch on the stochastic RSI and the relative strength index and we remove our moving average for a second, we can see that Bitcoin is potentially starting to bottom out already. Okay, so we are forming a potential another higher low. If we continue towards the downside a little more, the stochastic RSI might be forming a bottom signal over here on the 4-hourly time frame and start curving towards the upside. And maybe we are also going to be forming a hidden bullish divergence on the RSI over here. So maybe we're going to form a lower low. Sorry, that is my alarm. Maybe we are going to form a lower low on the RSI. And in the meantime, we are going to form a higher low on Bitcoin. If that occurs, then I would be interested in potential long positions for Bitcoin. If we then get a 15-minute break of structure towards the upside in the form of something maybe like this, in which we sweep the wick, the double bottom, the equal lows over here, then maybe start to form a low, a bounce, a sweep of that low in the 15-minute time frame, which we stop out the people that long on the first bounce towards the upside. Then I want to see a break of structure towards the upside, a higher low, and then I want to see a move towards the upside. So I would be interested in a potential long position on this higher low over here if we get the break of structure and that sweep beforehand. Okay, so two potential long and a potential short position that I'm eyeing up on Bitcoin. But first, I need some more confirmation. In the meantime, I'm just holding my spot positions. I'm just holding my long positions from lower down with their stop losses at break even. So I'm not too worried about not being in a position if we just continue the pump from here. Okay, let's move over to Solana, guys, because Solana, in my opinion, is a very interesting chart. Yes, we all know that from the bottom, we have seen a massive increase of Solana of approximately 234%, but currently it is consolidating, and I do like this consolidation area that we are looking at. So we did see a break of structure towards the upside over here, in which after that break of structure and the sweep over here, Solana started consolidating. So we are seeing a consolidation phase. If I remove my magnet for a second and then mark out our consolidation phase like this, let's remove the background for a second. So we have our consolidation phase over here. Yes, we did get a sweep of the high over here for Solana, in which we started correcting a little bit. But this looks like bullish accumulation to me, okay? I'm just waiting for the right moment to potentially enter a long position. You're probably wondering, okay, Guru, where are you looking to enter a long position? We can see that we have these relative equal lows over here for Solana, right? So we have these relative equal lows. We also know that people that were longing the bounce over here, and even this bounce, are putting their stop losses below this low or below this low. And we know that the market wants to wreck as many people as possible before potentially reversing towards the upside. So what I'm potentially looking at, yes, we did get a nice sweep of the low over here, a nice break of structure towards the upside over here. So yes, we might be forming a potential higher low over here before continuing towards the upside, but I'm potentially looking at maybe a little trap right here on Solana, because what I'm potentially looking at is a potential PO3 that could be forming on Solana right now, in which we have our accumulation over here. Then I'm looking at some potential manipulation over here before the next expansion towards the upside. Okay, why? Because this is where the most amount of liquidity is. And this is where the bigger players would be able to fill their bigger orders, in which we maybe go down, sweep the lows over here, in which we have a very strong demand area over here, as you can see. Start consolidating over here, maybe get a sweep, and then once we reclaim that previous range low, I do think we are going to see expansion, in which we will for sure take out this high. But if we go on the daily time frame and we remove my drawings for a second, then I would definitely be targeting this daily supply area over here. Okay, so this is big resistance for Solana, and I do think that it could be reached if we do get this manipulation over here and then the expansion towards the other side afterwards. So if we are going to look at a potential setup on Solana and we have a strong demand area over here, I would be looking at a potential long position over here, stop loss below the wick. First target would be this high, which is already an RR of 3.18. But if we potentially target that massive supply area where we also, if we go on the 4-hourly time frame, we zoom in, have some big imbalances, and we have this unfilled wick over here. So let's say we just target this unfilled wick over here that was created during the FTX event, right? Let's say we only target that. Then we are already looking at an RR of 6.4. If we target the supply, we are looking at an RR of 7.76, which is massive RRs, of course, and definitely potentially worth the risk if we see that manipulation after the consolidation that we are currently looking at. Okay, so that is what I'm currently looking at for both Bitcoin and Solana. If you guys have any questions after watching this YouTube video, and by the way, if we check out the 4-hourly time frame on Solana and we switch on the most important EMAs, we can see that the 200 EMA and the 200 moving average are beautifully approaching our area of support. On a 12-hourly time frame, we can also see that the 200 EMA is beautifully within our area of support. On the daily time frame with the 100 EMA beautifully in our area of support, and on the 2-hourly time frame we do not have any EMA support as of yet, but also the EMAs are definitely supporting our view for a potential bounce over here on Solana. Okay, if you guys have any questions after watching this YouTube video, make sure to hit me up on Twitter or let me know in the free Discord. Both of the links can be found in the description. Please smash up that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys on Monday's video. Ciao, ciao.